In this video, we're going to be using Catie's Bubbles Purple Grapefruit and the West Coast Shaving Brawny Razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. And if you have not subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider doing so below. So, as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Catie's Bubbles Purple Grapefruit. This comes to you for $14 for 4 ounces or $3.50 on our price chart there, which is a good price. Scent strength on this, I would call it slightly under medium, and it's really simple and straightforward. You get the lavender and grapefruit. So if you like lavender and grapefruit, it's kind of mellow. Think more lavender than grapefruit to my nose. If this sounds like a good combination for you, you may want to check it out. We'll put the ingredients for you right there. Some of the ones I like: shea butter, jojoba, glycerin. Catie's Bubbles, still one of the best soaps out there, in my opinion, and we're going to enjoy using this today. The razor for today is something I picked up a while back from West Coast Shaving when it was on sale. This is the West Coast Shaving. This particular head I think is called the Brawny, and as you can see there, it's designed, it's got a pretty steep top cap on there at the very top of it. It's designed to sort of help you find your angle. This came in a set and I got it on sale for like 30 some bucks. It also came with 2 other plates, which are the lithe and the toothsome. The toothsome being an open comb. And again, I got this in a set along with the handle, which is stainless steel. The top caps are that zinc alloy. This was designed by Charcoal Goods. I got it for 30 some bucks when it was on sale one day, just for the heck of it. Just took a flyer and thought, let's try this out. I think I've used the lithe head before, but never the Brawny or the toothsome. So we'll give this a shot today, and we're looking forward to seeing what kind of shave we get out of it. And we hope it will be a very good one. Let's go ahead and get started misting. Standard 24 hours growth today, because just like every day, I'm an everyday shaver. 7 days a week, because I just enjoy it, and I hope you do too. That's the whole point of doing these videos, is to enjoy. All right, let's get going. Speaking of enjoyment, my buddy Pete yesterday was commenting on one of the videos about in the hobby, you know, folks tend to overdo it in terms of spending. And I would always encourage you folks to spend, you know, within your budget and do what makes you happy. To me, each individual, you know, should pursue the hobby the way they see fit, whether they're buying the most expensive gear or the least expensive, whether they're buying lots of stuff or a little bit of stuff. But I will say one thing I've learned, especially in the past few months, is life is preciously short. And so for me, I'm just here to enjoy it, you know, and to share my joy for the hobby. I'm certainly not asking you to purchase things left and right, and certainly not beyond your means. You know, certainly be responsible, but for me, it's just about enjoyment, and it's that simple. And I don't expect you, of course, to purchase all the things that I do. You know, I have a channel, I have support on the channel, and I'm very grateful for that. So I want to thank you all. I want to thank Pete for raising the subject as well. But for me, it's one of those things where enjoy it at the level you see fit, whether it's not spending much at all and buying budget gear, and you can get great shaves that way, or buying high-end gear, or like me, buying a little bit of everything and just enjoying what's out there. For me, you only live once, and that feels great. I never tried the Brawny plate. I tried the lithe, and I tell you right now, this one, even within those first few strokes, sorry for being tongue twisted here, that feels great. I got a fair amount of blade feel there, nothing menacing, but it was quite smooth. The blade in here is that same Mueller blade that we used when we got the R41 twist earlier in the week. That felt really good, I gotta say. I think this Brawny plate is definitely for me. I like the lithe as well, but the efficiency on this one seems to be pretty good. Very nice, smooth, even with the Mueller blade. So no problems there. I'm surprised. The handle, stainless steel, so it's, you know, quite heavy, and it's sort of a different color because it's a kind of matte gray or silvery color. But overall, that first pass there is feeling mighty good, I must say. And really, that's what it's all about. You know, when you try a new piece of gear like this, you're very curious as to how it's going to feel. And so when it feels really nice, you know, obviously you feel good about it. And when it doesn't feel nice, you don't feel so good about it. But sometimes keep in mind, it takes time. It takes time to get used to some hardware and even some software, to tell you the truth. So that first pass was very nice. No complaints, gripes, grievances. Really, really nice indeed. This is my last shave here for a while. We got all the Christmas decorations down yesterday, which was on New Year's Day. So I shoot these one day in advance normally. You'll see this, on Sunday? But I'm shooting it on Saturday early morning. We got the Christmas decorations down, and I'm happy to report that my mom's energy level has gone up quite a bit. We still don't know what the future holds on all the things that are going on, but she's certainly getting around better, moving better, being very, very much more active than she was before. So I am thankful for those blessings, and thank you for all your thoughts and prayers. It means a lot to me. It was a pretty rough time for a while, touch and go, and just not knowing. And so, you know, I've been down here 3 weeks over the last couple of months just trying to help her recover from her surgery. And it's nice to see her recovering and sort of getting back to herself. And thanks to those of you who really offered words of encouragement and prayers. It really means a lot. The past year, 2020, was rough for a lot of folks on that front. And so all those encouraging words and thoughts and prayers, they're not, in my view, not just empty gestures. They mean something. And those of you who, when given the opportunity to be a blessing, step up, thank you. I want to try to do a better job of that this year. And I think we all could, quite frankly. Because as I said in my video the other day, you know, I missed some opportunities in the past being a blessing, and not deliberately, of course, but you just don't quite get there. And so what I want to do is really try harder to be a blessing. And of course I do my best all the time, but we're all flawed. We all make mistakes. And so I want to redouble my efforts to be a blessing and, you know, lend a hand and an ear when people are having a hard time. And I always try to do that. But sometimes I'm better at it than other times. You know, like I said, we're all human. But I think I learned that in 2020, the value, you know, because I've saw situations where people stepped up and where people sort of stepped away or actually, you know, went the other way. So it really, it taught me a lesson that I won't forget. So thanks to all of you. I really, really mean that. It has really meant a lot to me. When you lean on people and you have a support network, it just really helps you. So thank you very, very much. All right. We haven't talked about the soap yet. Fantastic. If you like lavender, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you like a nice mellow lavender, it's not super sharp. It's mellow, relaxing. I would consider this soap if you're a fan of lavender for sure. And you do get the grapefruit, but to me, it's sort of the scent that sort of hangs in the background. You get some of it, but it's not super prominent, to my nose at least. Now, keep in mind that folks do perceive scents differently. Like I was talking to a gentleman the other day about what we got out of a soap, and he got something completely different out of the undersea than I did. And I'm like, well, here's what I get. And he didn't get that. And that does happen. I know sometimes the artisans get, you know, I don't want to say angry, but they get sort of taken aback that we don't necessarily pick up on the notes that they put in a soap. And our noses are different. We don't all taste the same way. We don't all smell the same way. Those two are very much interlinked, taste and smell. And so just in the same way that you might taste something and get something or not like it, I might taste it and go, it's great, and say it tastes like chicken. You might say it tastes like fish. You know, it does happen. So just be open to that. I'd say this razor here, changing the subject, is feels fairly efficient. You do get some blade feel out of it. It does not feel menacing to me. But then again, I like to caveat that since I started using open blades a lot in 2020, most of the DEs don't feel as aggressive now as a result. Because your skin adjusts, you adjust, and what you think to be very aggressive no longer feels aggressive once you have that open blade on your face quite a bit, you know, straight razors, shavettes, so on and so forth. But this one feels pretty efficient. And again, it's designed where you see how it's sitting on my face there, where that angle is pretty much set for you because of that top cap, reminiscent of some of the old vintage razors. And it feels good. I would definitely call it, in terms of efficiency, at least medium, if not in the high realm, low end of high, perhaps. Far end of medium, low end of high, let's call it. But it feels pretty good. I'm enjoying it. And the soap certainly is providing that great platform for it to glide on. And even with an unfamiliar blade, this Mueller blade, it's feeling pretty good. And I think I say this a lot and people get tired of it, but Catie is one of those artisans that was sort of around at the beginning of the takeoff of the American artisanal movement, if you want to call it that. Before there were a ton of people around, he was doing it. And as I've also mentioned in my videos before, he's also had a hand in some of the other artisanal soap makers in terms of teaching them to do things, and they learned from him and he offered them support. And so not only did he have one of the early artisanal businesses that took off, he helped a lot of other people get started, or at least a few that I know of for sure. So he's been one of those that has, one of those folks, in terms of his contribution to the community, has been quite a large contribution. And so we didn't use it perhaps early in 2020 as much as we should have, but we made up for it towards the end of 2020, revisiting some of these oldie but goodie Catie's Bubble Soap. Well priced, perform well. I mean, really, it's one of those brands, if you have not tried it, give it a shot. You have nothing to lose, priced right, still hits the mark as you've seen here today. So there's nothing to complain about there. All right, let me rinse and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back with the magic made by witches. And this is just Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber in a spray bottle. And that was another excellent shave. No nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, troubles. And that's what we shoot for here. If we do get a little weeper or something, it's not any big deal. But we like a shave with no blood if we can get it. That said, if we scalp a bump, we don't count that. The bumps don't need to be there anyway. But today, really fantastic shave with really fantastic products. The Catie's Bubbles Purple Grapefruit, still hitting the mark all these years later. Don't sleep on Catie's, folks. It's good stuff. Well priced as well. The West Coast Shaving Brawny head on that stainless steel handle. And this was designed by Charcoal Goods. And I got it again in the set with 3 plates for about $35 or something. It was on sale. So if this sounds like it interests you and they have any more, if it goes on sale, give it a shot. I think normally it's like $65 or something. So wait and see if it goes on sale if they have any, and maybe give it a shot. I enjoyed this plate a lot. That was a really nice shave. And we shall finish off today with the old RazoRock Blue Barbershop. This one, to me, if you like Floyd Blue, this is must buy. This is one of the best blue barbershops out there. And when I say blue barbershop, I mean in the sort of tradition of Floyd Blue, that sort of powdery blue. I think this one is actually, to my nose, it smells better than Floyd Blue. You may not, but it's very bright. It's got some pop to it. And I feel good when I use it. The inspector actually, and Laura, got me this set for a gift. Now this is my second bottle because my other bottle was kind of low. And so I got this one over Christmas. Someone got it for me. So I brought it down here with me to use. And really, really good stuff. This is the RazoRock Blue Barbershop. If you like Floyd Blue, again, check it out. And of course, we used our Ariana Evans brush, Captain's Choice Copper Bowl. That was an excellent shave. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.